Okay, so here we are. I want to start out with an apology, guys. I'm sorry. I know there was an awkward moment there in the background. I was like, hi. And they were like, hey, how are you doing? I'm like, okay. You know? And then they were like, dude, is everything okay at home? And I'm like, sort of. You know? And then I realized, no, listen. They gave me permission to do something. They gave me permission to be a fan. Now, as long as you are here at Comic-Con Cape Town, and these people out over here have helped you experience your fan journey, I want you to shout, I want you to scream, I want you to applaud, and I want you to do it right now. Make some noise! Yes, man. That being said, right? I'm going to come down here. This is going to be an interactive session, right? What I believe is we experience the media. I'm going to start off by saying, I have to apologize to say thank you. Thank each and every one of you. Say thank you. Louder, you can do better. Thank you. Okay, so let's start out here, right? I want to tell you about my One Piece journey. I'm going to invite you guys as well, right? The fact that there are characters that are so flawed, all of them, so flawed, but represent so much of power, that represent so much of potential, and represent some truly strange story arcs, right? And definitely epic areas, right? In the series. I want to say that it has made me feel, watching you guys bring these characters to life, it has made me feel a little bit more comfortable with just being me. Knowing that it has that effect on the fans, anyone here, open question, what does that make you feel like, knowing that you have that effect on all of us?
Well, I think first and foremost, I think we all kind of want to thank you guys, because truly we thank you guys and the fans, because you make our entire worlds. Like, you're amazing, and I think not a lot of us knew what One Piece was before signing up to this project, but once we did find out what it was, we were greeted with an immense amount of love and joy for the work that we were doing, and we felt so supported, because I know myself, I was quite nervous going into the project, but there was so much trust from the fans for us to succeed and not feel any pressure of doing the wrong thing. I don't know if you guys felt a similar experience with people and people engaging.
I think like once people started to see what was going on, they just embraced it, and it's just been so incredible to receive messages and you know, people saying thank you. And I'm like, I didn't do anything. I was just in the show. But it's such a huge community, and everybody, it's so diverse, and everybody loves it so much. You just feel part of it, and that's how it was on set as well with everyone. You just felt like you were part of a family.
Any other testimonies? Yes.
I mean, I played Patty, and I had no idea what One Piece was before I got the role. And then as the fans found out who I was, the love was like crazy. I was like, oh, this is huge. Like, I had like, in one of the trailers, they just showed blue hair of me for like 1 second. The fans found me. I was like, that? You know? So I have to say, like, the One Piece fans are like the best fans in the world. Like, the way they make you feel is absolutely amazing.
I would say I did feel some pressure, only because I'm a big fan of animation and anime, and so I know what it feels like to see one of your beloved piece of work getting turned into live action, and it maybe not being exactly, or not making you feel exactly how you wanted it to feel. And so I wanted to do justice to the role and to this world for the people who do love One Piece, because again, I didn't watch One Piece, but it meant a lot to me to at least honor the show that you guys enjoy and portray it as, with as much love as you guys have for it. Yeah.
Make some noise, everybody. Make some noise. Now listen. We have a very, very short period of time to do this as a collective, and I'm going to give you an opportunity to do it one-on-one slightly later. I'm going to bring that down for you. Sorry, I just realized I'm too close to that speaker there. But here's the thing I want to do. Someone here in the front row, is there anyone here in the first 2 rows who has a story they would like to share? No? No? No one? Feeling nervous? Well, then I'm going to go to the next one. Then. I'm going to go to the next one. So, wow. This guy, oh my gosh, okay, so let me tell you about this guy, right? Yesterday, so we do a fan quiz every afternoon, right? And this guy was sitting here yesterday, and I have never seen somebody so competitive. This lovely lady is his daughter. He nearly offered her up as challenge, you know? And he was like, give me the prize. I'm like, bro, do it, it's not that expensive, you know what I mean? Because tickets are cheap here, but yeah, only enough, okay, go for it.
Hi guys, thank you very much for One Piece and your involvement. I love the show. Now I'll be honest with you, this is my daughter, this is my youngest. So my son is 21 years old and he's into anime a lot. And he tries to get me to watch with him. It was very, very difficult because I want to see people's faces, I want to see the acting, I want to see the emotion on their faces. So we keep on doing this thing, watch with me. I said, no. When One Piece came out, I said to me, then I'll watch with you. So I watched it and I enjoyed it and I can't wait for the second one to come out.
Woo! You guys are creating father-son bonds. That's going to count for something, right? That's going to count for something. I appreciate you sharing that. And hey, listen, if you have a testimony as well, I invite you to put up your hand, I'll come to you, right? Oh, okay, well, I'm coming to you, superstar. You ain't right there. Okay. You guys can do better than that. Shout, scream, and applaud, man. Well, hi, boys. How are you doing?
Hello, my name is Grail and I'm 15 years old. I have a medical condition that causes me to get fatigued very easily and stuff. So because of that, I thought I might have not been able to make it here, but I'm very glad that I was able to. When I heard you guys were going to be here, I was so excited. I was a One Piece fan for a long time, years and years, and when I heard the live action was coming out, I was a little scared because I heard other live actions weren't the best. But when I saw it, I was like, wow, this was incredible. And at my school, the boys in my class, some of them did watch One Piece, and they said, you can't be a real fan because you're a girl. And I'm like, excuse me, and then I managed to actually correct them in some of the storyline that they were talking about, like, excuse me, that's not how it works.
Thank you so much for sharing. It's amazing. I mean, Alex, we were having a chat backstage, right? Briefly after I got over hello, when I got over that moment. And the reality is, to get into character, I mean, following her question, I mean, you're such a chill dude, right? Really, I don't see you as one to come and just slice and dice or anything like that. But sort of, when you hear that sort of feedback, knowing the journey, knowing the mindset shift that has to happen, how does it make you feel to get that sort of feedback from a fan?
So, first of all, hi everyone. I played the devious Captain Kuro, and yesterday meeting the fans, it also standing there, as when I was a little boy, I had a dream of becoming an actor, and yesterday meeting the fans, it's such a new layer to what we do, but I realized that it also made my dreams come true. So to meet you guys and the support that we get from you all, to make this possible for us, like, I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. And I actually want to thank Serena, who came all the way from Italy. What? Hey Serena, come up here, Serena. No, come up over here. Like, listen. Flights to Cape Town were hectic, and we live here, right? Serena, right? Can I acknowledge you, right? Okay. Thank you. I just want to say thank you. And how does that make you feel?
Unreal. This is like the perfect call. I mean, less than a month ago, I had no idea I would make it here. I dreamt of coming to Cape Town, of course, to meet all these awesome guys who gave me more than they can know, really.
And then they knew I'm a bit crazy, but now maybe they know how much actually. So when I knew I had this opportunity, I told myself, why not? So many things happened, so I could actually come, and here I am. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you all.
Thanks for being here.
It's our pleasure, it's our pleasure. But guys, look, I realize that a lot of these panels, it's about, going through the process, doing interviews, asking hard questions. But I think the thing that makes us all fans, right, is the fact that each and everyone has a story to tell, right? And now I'm going to put you guys on the spot, right? I'm going to start from this side and go over there. I believe, yes, only because, right? I'm not going to lie. Okay, would you mind standing for a second, right? Okay, I am short. No, because, you see this now on the screen, you're like, yes, sis, that's imposing, right? And in real life, it's even more, But Al, I gotta ask you, right? And I'm starting you off here, and I'm putting you on the spot. But if there was one word that would capture for you, right, what's the experience of being an ambassador for all of these fans this week, what would that word be? What would that emotion be? Find it?
Family.
Family, guys. Family.
I don't say that lightly because it really is the overwhelming amount of love we received. And audition tapes. Please don't send us audition tapes. We have no say in that.
Okay.
But also with the cast, the three of us, we're the Black Cat Pirates. And we've become such good friends and so to have this new family and this new family, it's for me it's family.
Wonderful. Would it be okay if we did that with each cast member, ask them for the word? Would you guys like that? I can't hear you make some noise. Would you guys be comfortable if we could share that? Okay. So just to mix it up a little bit, could we do one this side, one that side, one this side, one that side? Okay. So I'm gonna bring the mic over here. Right. And okay, right. I just want to check. Those are epic sideburns, but not exactly, right?
It was actually Cal's arse hair.
Really? So did someone have to go up and pluck?
Yeah, so someone had to take that, and I had to clean it, and I had to go on my face, and I had to go on my face again. Yeah.
And that's why your skin looks phenomenal. Hey. But the word, the emotion right now, how do you feel? Like, for all of these people to love you the way they do, Cal asked there, how do you feel?
I feel pretty tired, but I'm happy to be here. It's a crazy experience. It's just like my first big role, even though I don't know, that was my first time being on screen for me.
Yeah.
I didn't even have a line that I'm here, so I'm very
It's intensity.
very happy to be here. And shout out to Phoenix for being here. Big love to him. And
Much obliged.
So sorry, I actually didn't hear the question.
One word that describes how you feel right now with all the fans. One word for that feeling.
It's like a dream. Yeah.
It's a dream.
It's a dream.
It's a dream with family. Okay. Coming on this side.
Oh yes. How does it feel to be here?
One word.
One word. It's cliche, but an enormous amount of the word is love. It really is just. It's an amazing thing to just experience, because we were so isolated filming, and we had no idea what we were a part of in terms of community. So to be here amongst the community is just an extreme amount of love, and thank you so much for being here. It is lovely to be here and to meet all of you. That's it.
A soliloquy. You came here for the show, and you got poetry too. Only a Comic-Con Cape Town, right? Alex, that word for you?
One word. I would say belong. I found my tribe. So thank you.
Hey, hi everyone. I just realized we haven't introduced ourselves either.
Everyone knows you.
No, they don't.
Right? Is there anyone here who is, okay, I should introduce you because nobody cares who I am, right? So I'm Zaid, I'm one of you, and I get to do the coolest stuff in the world. So, sucks to be you. But we're talking about, no, they know who you are, don't worry.
Yeah, I just wanted to say I feel really humbled. It's like Aidan said, you know, you do your audition, you go and you work on set, and you're in this incredible family on set, and you don't really realize the scope of it. And then people start sending you messages, and you come to Comic-Con and you see how it affects people, and it's really humbling to be part of that. And I'm really grateful to have been a part of it. And I'm glad that everybody loves it so much. So thank you.
Yeah, I'll swap out for you. Okay, good.
Get rid of that one. I would say togetherness, because again, I didn't know how big this would be. And then once my character, Patty, came out, and the fans grabbed me before. When you start getting fans and messages and everything before something even comes out, you know it's big. You know, so it's just amazing that One Piece came out. Almost the animation came out almost a year ago, but still every day there's new fans, there's new people, and it's just amazing to be here with all of you. And yeah, so for me it's togetherness, because look at this, girl. Everybody's here. We're together. So thank you all.
Celeste, I have to ask, how are you feeling today?
So much better, thank you for asking.
Okay, great
I
stuff,
can
great
finally
stuff.
walk with speed. It's taken a year to recover.
I'm not gonna lie, I've never been so invested in someone's health and well-being as I was with Kaya in my life. You know what I mean? So marvelously done, marvelously done. Sorry, you were gonna say it?
I think it's been overwhelmingly beautiful, and just, I wasn't really sure what to expect at the beginning, and it was very intimidating, to be very honest. But it's ended up being, or I've come to learn that it's such a safe space, which is so special and so welcoming, and it feels so supportive. And I mean, the story is about dreams, and it just feels like it is a dream come true, as people have said here. I think we all really resonate with that, so thank you.
Hey guys, my name is Brian Ross. I play Captain Genzo of Kokoyashi Village. So for me, I would say encouragement, and the only way I can describe it is not knowing much about One Piece and coming onto this and filming, and it's during COVID and things like that. You kind of really don't know where you fit in. But it's kind of like Goku when he stands and he's like, okay, we got to do a spirit bomb, and he goes, lend me your energy! And it's literally, I felt that from you guys, from the fans, from everyone, and it was like, whoa, they've given us this gift, we got to run with it. So the encouragement that came from you guys towards me, towards us, I felt for me was like a spirit bomb, and I was like, boom, thank you. Yeah.
Okay, make some noise, make some noise. And for those of you who are a little confused, it's not an easy pattern, don't get lost, right? But thank you for the deep cut referencing, right? Cool. So, I'm not gonna lie, the man with the most wonderful dental work in the whole cast, right? Langley Kirkwood, everyone make some noise.
My word is pride, and I'm gonna have a little piece in there, and it's basically, it's because my kids got really excited about me doing this project. Two of my kids are out there. Can they stand up, please?
Really? Nice. Can I take a moment, right? One more second. This is you guys are talking. This is cool. I did not plan any of this, and thank you, I appreciate it, right? You are part of a journey, right? Your dad's a badass, right? What does that feel like?
It feels amazing, I guess. Very, very proud of it.
Yeah.
It feels rad, yeah.
It's cool. It's actually kind of cool. Right? I want to share something. You know why I'm doing this? COVID a little while back, and you mentioned it just now. It took us all on an emotional roller coaster, right? And we've sort of just gone on with it, but we haven't really processed all of it. So what I'm trying to create here for you guys and for them is a moment in time. Wherever you go from here right now. I want you to know that you are appreciated by your heroes, and equally for our heroes and villains, of course, right? You are equally appreciated by the people you create the art for. This is a space of respect, it's a space of family, it's a space of love and adoration and adulation and incredible heroes, right? Yeah. And then on that note, sorry, Langley, you were gonna go? Sorry, I guess.
I didn't want to neglect the other child. So I wanted to give him a moment as well because he often feels neglected by me.
I say my word with so much warmth and love, but the feeling I feel is responsibility. And I'm thankful for that feeling. Thank you guys.
Right now, guys, I think that where I started out the conversation and where it ended off, we started out talking some trash, but now we've really got into a space of bonding, I would say.
I know who you are, but I want y'all to introduce yourself. And what's most important, we didn't do it the other day, I want you to tell them where you're from, because that's really important. All right, start on the end, your name, your character, and where you're from. Go.
Hello, everyone. My name is Celeste. I play Kaya, and I'm from Cape Town, or Paul, if you want to get technical about it.
Look, y'all can be specific here.
Yeah. Hey, I'm Brett, and I play Mary, and I'm from Cape Town as well.
Hello, I'm Aidan. I play the douchebag in the really bad haircut, and I am a Newlands boykie.
So am I.
Hi, my name is Chioma. I play Nojiko, Nami's sister, and I'm from Johannesburg, South Africa, born to Nigerian and South African parents. Woo!
What's up? My name is Brashaad Mayweather. I'm originally from Houston, Texas, in the United States, and I play Patty.
Hi there, I'm Langley. I play Alexander. I've lived in Cape Town for 20 years, but I'm originally a Joburg boy.
Hello, my name is Theo. I play young Mihawk, and I was born, thanks buddy, I was born in Cape Town in Helmeppo. That's for me.
Hi, everyone. I'm Bianca. I play Sham, and I'm from Cape Town.
Hey guys, my name's Grant Ross. I'm an actor with Bush Artists. Why am I giving my agent's name? That's like, little nervous tick there. Sorry, I play Captain Genzo of Kokoyashi Village, and I'm from a small town called PE, the Windy City, and the Friendly City, so yeah.
Hey everyone, my name is Alexander Maniatis, and I play the devious Captain Kuro, and I'm originally from Pretoria, but I live in Cape Town.
So that, to me, we talked about it upstairs a little bit with some of y'all while y'all were coming in. That's what's important, is y'all are from here. Like, you know, except for Houston, Texas, which, by the way, Austin, Texas, so that's what we share in common. So, you know, y'all are from the same place. Like, this is not unattainable. This is not unachievable. This is something that you can do. Because I'm sure at some point, y'all were sitting in a crowd looking at actors on a stage going, hey, how do we end up there? So, let's start on this end. What's it feel like to be up here in front of your countrymen?
I am really overwhelmed. I've been so moved by this experience. I think Saturday was my very first Comic-Con, and once I, had the opportunity to take a photo with one of the fans of the show, I realized that, as a little boy, this is part of that dream that came true with the dreams that I had as a little boy of becoming an actor.
Well, hey, now I'm going to warn you, because I'm from America. We've been to American Comic-Cons. They're not as good as this one. I know they have imposter syndrome here, but you're not going to have an LED screen at some Wichita, Kansas Comic-Con. That ain't happening. So, how about you?
Yeah, so for me, absolute dream come true. Like, never saw something of this magnitude happening, and yeah, as a little kid, always just really wanted to be an actor and be out there doing stuff that is fun, and acting is super, super fun. So to be a part of something like this, it's mind-blowing, and I'm super, super grateful. Yeah.
Yeah, I think obviously to be a South African in such a huge production has been incredible, and I think we have such a diverse country, and for each of the different cultures within our country, there is a culture of storytelling. So to get the opportunity to do that on like the international scale is just, it just feels good, and yeah.
It's hectic, I'm not gonna lie. My heart is racing right now. You can feel how quickly this is going. But seriously, it's been overwhelming. Like, I called my dad on the first day on Sunday. I said, yo, Pops, I love you so much. He's like, alright, what you want? Like, nah, seriously, I love you, man. He's like, okay, cool, bro. I'm very blessed to be here with all these amazing people.
I go. Yeah, I think it's wonderful for, as everyone has already said, for us to be able to showcase our talents on an international scale. But it's really cool to see so many local One Piece fans, so many South African Comic-Con fans coming out to give us some love and give us some support. So thank you.
Man, it's amazing, you know, coming from America, they don't show us this, like the love, the support, the diversity. So coming here and being part of Comic-Con, taking photos, signing autographs, just walking the streets and people like, oh, you play Patty, or they know me from this, or whatever it might be. The love that you all give here in South Africa is world-class, top of the top, the best. Like in America, you have to be that superstar to truly get the love, but you all, you love your own people. But then me, I've come here, and since I've shown love, you all have shown me so much love, so thank you, and I just appreciate being here.
This is also my first Comic-Con, and as a fan of all of this, I just feel at home here. I feel welcomed, and it's just exciting. My inner child is so happy. Guys, I met Chewbacca on Saturday, and it just made my whole day. I was so happy. So yeah, I feel very at home here.
Yeah, it feels like South Africa is on the verge, and I think we always have been, of really being a cultural capital of the entire world, and I think you can feel it in Cape Town. And a project like One Piece, every single person in that show was South African, bar a few, maybe 6, 7 people. It's a real testament to the talent that we have in this country. And it's very, very exciting to be here. And 10, even 5 years ago, people my age, actors my age, were like, I'm going to London, I'm going to New York, I'm going to LA. And right now we're all saying we're staying right here. This is where we want to be. And these are our people. We're so diverse. And we have a magic about us, not only in the acting industry, but just as human beings, that I think the world is tapping into, and always has, but particularly now, and it's beautiful to be a part of.
It is. Well, I think we are very special. You know, a lot of people come from overseas to work here, and they already have an accent that they're working in. And the South African actors have to really do all the accents. We have to we have to match the internationals. And I think we just bring something really special. You know, we're not American, we're not British, but we bring something that's even more amazing to the table, I think. People love it here. They love coming here, they love filming here. Everyone on One Piece was just completely astounded at how beautiful it is and how welcoming everyone is. And like Aidan said, they're coming here and they're building a new industry. That's what it feels like. I'm really excited to be here. I'm having loads of fun. Thanks, guys.
I think, based on what everyone said, but I just feel so incredibly honored to have been a part of this. And honestly, I got to pinch myself at least twice a day to be like, yeah, this is happening. Cool. Yeah, dream come true.
So just a show of hands, you get the script. When you first get it, did anybody know immediately what it was? And when did you figure it out? So let's start on the end.
So I first heard through other mutual actors what this actually was, because it was a fake name that they used. So I was just like, yeah, I'm auditioning for something. We'll see.
What was the fake name?
Project Panda? We're allowed to say that, right?
Oh yeah, they've already filmed there. They'll use a different name for the next one.
Yes, it's actually Madam... Okay, I'm going to stop right there before I talk more nonsense. Yeah, so I heard from other people what the show actually is before I knew that I got the role. So by the time I got it, I was like, okay, my mind is now blown.
Oh yeah, I had no idea, and I did a self-tape, which is like an audition at home, and then you send it in. And I did it with a friend of mine, and I was like, there's this thing called Project Panda. I have no idea, there's pirates and things like that. And he was saying, dude, it's One Piece. And I was like, oh, cool, what's that? I have no idea. So I did a couple of auditions, and I auditioned for Mary, and I was like, I know this guy. He's so sweet and naive and loving and protective, and yeah, I tapped into that, and I got the role, and then when I got to set, it sort of hit me how huge it is, and just how big the world is, and how much people love it. But I didn't know anything before. I mean, I was just a big dummy, so yeah.
Yeah, I mean, same. I knew absolutely nothing. But the audition scene that I had was the crucifixion scene with Zoro, where I get him up on his little thing. But obviously all the characters were codenamed, so I was trying to get to what the what this was. So I just Googled anime crucifixion scene, and then I see a picture of Zoro, and I'm like, oh, cool. So I'm playing Zoro for this audition. And then I figured it wasn't Zoro, it's probably some other person. And then the casting director said it's a blonde guy, he's a bit of a douchebag. So I Google blonde guy in One Piece. And I'm like, oh cool, I'm Sanji. And then she calls me again, she's like, you're playing this guy, he's called Helmeppo. I read the thing and I'm like, I know how to do this. I know how to play this guy. And I ended up playing him, which was very cool.
I too did not know what the project was, but while filming The Woman King, funny enough, there were signs for another production going on called Project Panda, and on the same location where we were filming The Woman King. And I was like, oh, that's funny, I auditioned for that. And cut to 2 weeks later, I found out Project Panda actually meant One Piece. So now I'm filming Woman King, freaking out, knowing I'm going to be on One Piece. Just so excited. But I will say, one thing that gave me pause was, I'm a Naruto fan, you see. And usually there's a one or the other kind of thing. My partner's a One Piece fan, and he was trying to get me to watch One Piece for a long time. And as soon as I realized I got booked for the show, I realized I had to concede. I had to watch some One Piece. So he won in the end. But yeah, it's a lovely show, and I'm very thankful to be a part of it.
So for me, again, like everybody else, I had no idea what this role was, and again, it was a code name as well. But what I did like, I actually like to cook. I really am, I'm always cooking. I love cooking. So I seen this guy was a chef. I put on my little apron that I had, and I did my first audition, and then the casting director reached back out. She's like, I loved it. I need you to do it again for this callback. And this character, he actually looks like you. And I'm thinking like, how does the character look like me? And if you all don't know my guy Patty, he's like a muscle head, but he has an upside down body. So later on when I found out, I'm like, so this is what she thinks of me? That I'm like this muscle head? But I just did the audition. I didn't know anything about Patty, and I just played it how I would play it with what was given to me. And then come to find out, I'm at the Barati, I'm a chef, I'm with Sanji. Taz and I became cool and friends. I ended up learning more skills from being on the show and being Patty. And yeah.
So, a lot of people think that Axe Hand is like a really bad, neglectful father. I just want to say something here to set the record straight. I think casting for Helmeppo was inspired, and you are so right for that character. Yeah, like everyone else, there were code names. I had no idea what I was auditioning for, who I was auditioning for, but I did a Google search, and they'd given something away in the character brief. They said, this character has an axe for a hand. So it was pretty obvious who he was. One of my kids is a huge One Piece fan, so the biggest challenge for me, I mean, his WhatsApp avatar for the last 12 years has been Luffy from the manga. So my biggest challenge was keeping it a secret that this is what I was going to be doing, and I managed to almost make it. But I let the cat out of the bag just before it aired so that he would be watching.
Yeah, also no idea. I just I got told it was Project Panda. They showed me a picture of like younger Mihawk. I'm like, yes, his why has he got sideburns? Like that. I don't know. I didn't even go for audition to be honest, because I went as an extra, so I had the look. Other guy didn't. He had brown hair, so so I got lucky. And but yeah, I had no idea. I mean, when I rocked up on set, I was like, oh, so this is what this is. Okay. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you.
That goes to show that anything can happen. You know, anything can happen. So anything can happen. Just be open to let stuff happen, and it can happen for you.
Yeah. Also, no idea. I think my character's code name was like Dolores, and the tone that they said it was like a Downton Abbey upstairs downstairs drama, which yeah. One Piece is a smidge different, but I just knew I wanted to be a part of it because there was word around town that Project Panda, that's the one you want to be on, so yeah.
So mine's quite interesting. I so much didn't know what One Piece was, to the point where I turned down 2 auditions just because I felt like kind of walking away from acting for about 4 months and just taking a breather. People are like, what are you doing, dude? Like, this is One Piece. And I'm like, guys, I don't care what it is. I just need to chill and have a breather. And they were like, dude, like, this is ridiculous. You don't turn down Project Panda, One Piece auditions. And kind of shoot forward to my agent, give me a call and going, listen, dude, like, 3rd audition, please just accept this one, which I did. Still didn't know what it was. I think my code name was Roke. Nami's name was Ava. But what I picked up in the scene was that this dude was a father, and he was a leader and kind of like a protector of the community, Genzo from Kokoyashi Village. And I resonated and connected with that because I'm a dad. I've got 2 kids, 8-year-old and 6-year-old. So it kind of jumped off the page and I could resonate with that, but really had no idea what One Piece was until after I was booked. So yeah, that's my story.
Yeah, I think like everyone said, we had absolutely no idea it was called Project Panda. I received the script, and then obviously it was totally different to the script that we filmed, different character names, and the process was about 6 months back and forth. But within the first audition, I realized that this is really not a good guy, and I want to take it on. It was a challenge because I normally played the good guy. And I was like, yeah, I want to do this. And I think it was round 3 that I found out that it was One Piece, so I could start, doing my research. And when I saw the character, I was like, hell yes, I want to be him. Yeah.
So what character trait of the character that you played did you really resonate with? So, we'll start on this end. Or what did you really like about your character? Kind of the same, because it's different for both, so.
Yeah, I think the duality of Kuro or Clardor, and then that switch to the rage, which I really, really loved playing. So connecting with that. Might sound a little crazy, but I really enjoyed it.
Well, no, because I'm sure, like you said, you'd done mainly good guys until then, so would you want to do another baddie then?
I would really love to do another baddie. So if you know a director or a producer who wants to do a psychological thriller and needs a psychopath, here I am.
Well, this is the right room to say that in. because there's a. So and then you said you connected with the father aspect.
Yeah. So and not only that, I found that Genzo had a lot of fear when Arlong came in. Kurubi smashed him to pieces. I think Genzo thought, he was like, I'm going to take this oak on. But Genzo's like a human being. He hasn't eaten a devil fruit. He's got no superpowers. So he gets oppressed by these fishmen, right? And sitting in that frequency and energy of being oppressed, I think it took, however long it took, he eventually realized after learning that Nami was keeping that secret, trying to protect the village, and his own daughter is looking out for him. When he realizes that, he's like, stuff this, and it's like a Braveheart moment where he's like, if those fishermen want to fight, let's freaking do it. He rises up, he breaks through the oppression. So for me, I really also resonated with that part of the script in my scenes, where he's like, done. If I have to self-sacrifice myself for my people, man, what a beautiful, beautiful moment. So for me, big protector of my family and my friends, my mates and stuff, that was a big resonating moment for me, yeah.
So what you're also saying is you're glad you didn't take some time off?
Pretty much.
What about everybody kind of has that character development because, some of y'all are really short roles, so tell me about that process.
Well, I think for Sham, she really doesn't care what people think about her. And I think it's nice to be able to play a character that isn't trying to be nice. And also it's nice playing the baddie, honestly. And I'm an only child, so it was also nice to build that repertoire with Buchi. And Sham isn't really scared of anything other than Kuro.
Yes.
And yes, he could scare me. So, yeah, and it's also so fun to just do something where you can play. Sometimes we obviously put so much pressure on ourselves doing this job, and so this was kind of a set where even though it was a huge budget and they created this insane world, you really felt like you could arrive on set and play and do the characters justice, and hopefully the fans felt that way as well. So.
Oh no, I told this the first day. Like my flight home from Johannesburg, I watched the entire series, and so that's the first time I actually recognized the faces of everybody on stage with me. It was a phenomenal show. It was. Yeah, I had never watched the anime before. Did any of you watch the anime before? Because clearly there's only a couple episodes to watch for research. It's a very short, short series.
I think actors are weird. I feel like we all say the same thing when people ask us that question. It's like, no, I hadn't known about the show before doing it. I only kind of got into watching the anime and reading a bit of. I like collecting the mangas, but I don't read them. So I'll see a copy and I'll be like, I'll take that, but I also don't read books, so I just like collecting them, and that's, I don't know why I'm talking right now, but that's...
Oh, well, so your character is very memorable, because you kind of start off as the character nobody likes, and then towards the end you actually be like, all right, so you're growing. How did you find filming that process?
Well, I think, I don't think any one person, this is obvious, but I don't think any one person is two-dimensional. So I think his kind of dickhead side manifests as a protection device for himself. I don't know, as a kid I was kind of bullied, and I suspect he went through the same thing. Well, he literally does with his dad. And I think that glorious kind of campness that you see in the first 2 episodes with Helmeppo is literally just a defense mechanism. And as soon as he's taken away from his dad and taken away from the island, and he has a friend, you kind of see a human being, which was delightful for me to play, because no one person is just bad. We're all softies on the inside.
Going down to the end, it's nice to see you look healthy.
Thank you very much. I actually do have a cough currently, so I'm really committing to Kaya for this day here.
So what sort of where do you... Yeah, please stop coughing and sick. You're going to make me feel bad. So how did you fall into that? How did you find that, for that character?
The playing sick. It was interesting. I kind of imagined at the beginning of like feeling fluish, but then like starting on the inside. So I felt like I was moving through water every time I had to walk around as her. And I must say the blue soup is actually delicious. It's like a potato leek soup that they made. It was really hard not to enjoy it. But yeah, it was really amazing. And I think the set that they created and the world that they created, you kind of just felt like you slotted right in.
No, it was a wonderful performance. It was very heartwarming, and it was a nice breath of fresh air for some of the stuff that's going on in the show, because it moves really quick, and then it's just like a little breather with you. And you did a fantastic job. So.
Thank you. I mean, I do think that she's the strongest character out of all of them, personally. I mean, she tried to kill that guy with a tiny letter opener. She's so brave. It's so cool.
Oh yeah, me.
Yes.
Yes.
Your character. Sorry, we kind of went all. We're good.
Anyway, I think I resonated with that's the question. I resonated with him because, well, he was, it's the younger version. I'm quite young. I'm 20. Also, the fact that he's, the world's strongest swordsman. And he's waiting for someone to come to him who's like worthy of an opponent. In a way, how it resonated with me as an actor and as a human. This beat, what's the word? What's the word? This like thing that came to me for Project Panda. It was like, I've been sitting around, I've been not doing much, and then when this came to me, in a sense, it was like a battle for me. It's like, okay, this is something that I'm kind of worth for, and this is something I'm willing to put my foot towards. So yeah. Yeah, that's all I got.
Well, like with Grant, I'm a dad, caring, sensitive, meet my child's needs, and same. And like my character, I have giant statues of myself and murals on the wall at home. Same. Yeah.
No, but it's interesting because again, like it's fun to watch you because you definitely have a different relationship with the person that isn't your son on screen. So, did that come from somewhere? Or how do you find that? Like, because clearly you love your children.
Yeah. I mean, it's look. I mean, we could spend all day here going into the psychology of generational trauma and cycles that we like to break. So, I mean, I'm making light of it, but there was definitely stuff there for me to look at in terms of my relationship with my kids. That wasn't maybe easy to look at, but it was certainly worthwhile. If I'll take it further, genuinely without joking, I suppose, in terms of finding something with the character with which I could identify, I had spent a number of years on another show called Warrior, where I play a character with physical challenges. And so it was interesting to see that this is a character who changes or adapts what many would consider to be a physical weakness into a strength. And I really enjoyed that part of him. Yeah.
And the other very important question: has your child changed their avatar on WhatsApp yet, or is it still Luffy?
Still Luffy.
Also, Langley Kirkwood put on 16 kilograms of lean muscle to play Axan Morgan within the space of how many months?
Well, I love it when children exaggerate for effect to pump up their parents' ego. So it was 12 kilograms, but thank you, my boy.
12 kilograms in 1 week.
There we go. That's it. It was in 4 months, and I had nothing else going on.
My character Patty, like I said before, where I really related to him is that he's a chef. So when I found out that he's a chef, I'm like, okay, this is cool. But then it seemed like when I was reading the script, I'm like, he kind of seems like he's a butthole, and I'm not really a butthole, but this is gonna be fun, So, and I can relate to him from my mom's in the army. She's taught me to be organized with the things I do. So Patty, he's all about organization in his kitchen. He wants things to be right. He doesn't mind putting somebody in their place. In real life, I don't mind speaking my mind. You know, so I kind of just mix being the chef, put a little bit of Patty butthole on top, being straightforward, resonating with the character.
For me, the year I auditioned for Nojiko, obviously I did not know it was Nojiko, but the year I auditioned for her, I lost my father. That sadness was something that was very much readily available to me, but the other aspect of her that I resonated with was her anger. And I'm not an angry person, but my younger sister, who we feel like twins to each other, she's the angry one, I'm the soft, sad one. And part of playing Nojiko, I felt like I was channeling her as well, so our joint grief, but also her anger and why she's quick to rage or grudges. And so that was something that was very personal for me, I suppose, and it was cathartic to be able to experience that and use this character to explore those feelings and emotions for myself. Yeah.
I think sometimes the best of us burn too brightly, and people who are jealous of that goodness, like Captain Kuro, have to just extinguish them like that. So, you know, Mary's such a sweetheart. He's so sweet and loving and protective of Kaya. I mean, don't cry. It's okay. I've never played a character like Mary before. And he's just sort of like a well of goodness. He's the nicest character on One Piece. He's not the best character on One Piece.
I would argue with that.
He's the nicest character on One Piece. You know, so I just tried to be as nice as possible to Mary, for Mary to be as nice as possible in the world. Thank you.
I'm sorry, Brad.
Yeah, you should be. There's no coming back from that one.
All right, we got time for one final question from everybody, and I think this is an important one. Because again, we're talking to people like you. How did we get started doing this? How did you get started at, like, where did this dream to be in these films, where did that come from? How'd you get started?
I'll be throwing it way back. When I was a kid, I used to force my mom to watch me do a dance performance to like an entire CD that was playing. It was mostly improv and me pretending to be able to do ballet when I really couldn't. So I think it all started there. Yeah.
I watched the Oscars after party when I was 12, and I was like, I want to be there. I want to be at that party, and that was the genesis of the dream.
Just do the thing that you want to do, honestly. So even if you're not being paid for it, because I think all of us have done free work before. If you want to be an actor, do some student films for free. If you want to be a filmmaker, make some films with your iPhone. Really, like, it's that stuff that you do is the most important thing that you can do, because you learn how to do it. And you take it one step at a time, truly. It doesn't matter how long it takes. After your student films, get an agent. Take that footage that you have, send it to an agent. Get better each day you can, and just do what you want to do, if that's what you want to do. Because it's possible.
And just say yes to everything in the beginning, and just learn as much as you can from it. It's like you can go to drama school and all of that stuff, but just learn. Watch your favorite films, watch how people do it, and if you really want to do it, it's going to take time. Maybe it won't, but it might. You know, for some of us it takes a long time. But yeah, just keep doing it. Never give up.
Just to echo that with learning and information is your friend. This is a passion as much as it is a profession, and so just like any other profession, you need to arm yourself with knowledge. You need to do your research. You need to figure out what are the steps you can take to get to where you want to be as an actor, no matter what your goal may be. And I always say this is just know that your version of the story is not going to be exact one-to-one to what you've seen in research, but if you do enough research, you'll get an inkling of an understanding of where you need to be, where you need to be, and it just sets you on the right path so that you're not blindly following a dream. You have some sort of base to work from, and that will keep you stable in this job, because it's a very unstable job. But information, knowledge, learning, finding it no matter any way you can, that'll help you.
I'll start off by saying it's never too late. I never wanted to be an actor. It was nothing that was ever, I didn't have any special skills. I didn't know how to sing, dance, none of it. I was just an athlete. But I prayed to God, like, what's the will for my life? And then he kind of put entertainment in my life. And if you all want to get started, some of the simple steps I would say, reach out to an agent, tell them you'll do a photo shoot, look and see what casting directors are having classes. There's a role for everybody. People are like, oh, I don't look like this, I don't look like that. There is a role for everybody. If you're in a wheelchair, if you're handicapped, doesn't matter your color, you can be super fat, super skinny. There is a role for you. Look for it.
Yeah, I'll agree with that. Honestly, there are a million ways to get into this industry. I would say at some stage, you've got to have some kind of calling to do it. Perhaps you've got to know that this is something that you're prepared to commit to. I went a traditional route through drama school, but I know people got into acting through other ways, by being athletes, by being stunt performers, by being wrestlers. And I suppose it's just about creating yourself, or co-creating yourself, if you believe in a higher power, into an interesting person. Just do stuff. Just get out there and do stuff. Because the more stuff that you have, that you can bring, the more chance you have of booking a job, of being right for a certain role. So just, do stuff.
That's really true, yeah. I'd say it's a feeling that comes from inside of you that's going to keep you up at night, and it's not going to go away until you face it. You just have to go down and follow that step and be brave enough and just do what you want to do and do it the best you can do.
Yeah, just to hop off what everyone else is saying as well, I think if you do decide that this is something that you want to do, I think the most interesting thing that you can bring to anything that you do is yourself. So when you're in the audition room, or maybe even in a job interview or whatever, not doing something because you think that's what the other person wants, or that's what they want, so I'm going to shift and adjust what I'm offering, because I think your unique point of view, no one else has that, and that's really the thing that is going to set you apart, and just trying to remain true to that, which of course is easier said than done, but just, gentle reminder. Yeah.
So I do this because it's just a load of fun. I could go into my backstory and be like, I was a shy, fearful kid that needed to work through and expand through his own junk, so that's why I chose to kind of take this route. But watching series and movies, I mean, film is a medium that you relate to and connect to kind of, you find yourself within characters in those movies and you go, I get that, like I understand why that guy's broken, or why that girl's in love, or whatever it is, and you feel those emotions and you work through your stuff and you grow and you expand if you are working on yourself. But the thing for me is, like, when you get an opportunity to play a character, even if it's just casting or just auditioning and you don't get the role, those 5 minutes that you get to do a scene and climb into the skin of another person, when you hit that sweet spot and there's a moment of connection, you're in a completely different timeline and realm and a different present moment that just, it makes it all worth it. So for me, playing different characters, it's so amazing when that character comes through you and you do these crazy things. You have different behaviors, you have different tics, and it's authentic, and it's just super freeing. It's really, and healing. I'll be honest with you, super healing. Really amazing.
I want to echo what everyone said, like going for classes, learning different techniques. But I think what was important for me growing up is that I had this amazing support system. My grandmother was my biggest fan, bless her soul. And I realize now as an adult how important that is. It's such a huge aspect of what we do, is to have that support system. And nurture those relationships, whether it's your friends, your family, make sure that you also have time for them, because they are the ones carrying you through those difficult times, because this is such a roller coaster. When it goes well, it goes really well, but when it's low, it's really low. So cherish them, and yeah.
It was really fun being in this community and knowing that this thing was coming that everybody was a little nervous about. And it was really fun to see everybody's positive reaction to the series. Y'all hit it out of the park. You know, you're the reason why companies in America are looking at coming here to film. And you are scaring them. We talked about it when we were upstairs in the green room. They legitimately are afraid of y'all. And y'all are part of that too. Like, everyone here had a different roadmap, but it all led to this one thing. And they did something amazing together, and I think that's really cool to remember, and you've made some new friends. So, you know what? Because I'm in charge of the time, I'm gonna ask one final question. What's something that you're gonna take away from this experience on One Piece?
Community.
Yeah. There's so much. So for me, just remember to always be grateful for the little things. Those little things can lead you to something so massive and beautiful. Remain thankful.
Confidence. Yeah. Why not?
Yeah. Motive to keep on going.
Blondes do have more fun. It's true.
It's just opened me up to a whole nother realm of fans and great people, and just a whole nother realm. That's the best way I put it. A whole nother realm of greatness that I've been introduced to.
I'd like to steal Alex's word by saying community, because if you guys don't know, this is the first time all of us are together, because we all shot different blocks and different arcs for the show. So it was so lovely being able to meet you guys, my colleagues, for the first time. But another thing that I took away was just a deeper relationship with myself. Because you have to remind yourself who you are when you're in front of such a big audience, and I'm thankful that I was able to meet myself again.
Maybe a little selfish, but also not. Like, I'm fine. Like, I'm gonna be okay, and so is my friend that's struggling to make money being an actor. Like, you're gonna be okay, and so is every other creative here today and in the world. You're gonna be fine. Because I was really struggling before I got this show, and I might still struggle tomorrow, but it's going to be okay, because if you're right for something, whatever field, whatever art, or anything that you contribute to something, if you're right for that specific thing, and all things are aligned, you're going to get it. There's no option that you're not going to be doing that thing that you are aligned to do. So it's going to be okay, and you can take a breath. And if you're feeling sad, sit in the sadness. And when you're happy, sit in the happiness. It's going to be okay.
I raised a very wise boy.
That was profound. Oh yes, I just want to say, like, there's a real gratitude and also collaboration. So I think especially with One Piece, there was just such a sense of collaboration. No one was really higher than anyone else, and that's the thing that I go into shows with. Doesn't matter if you're working with a star, they can't do it without you, and you can't do it without them. So they're just lucky to be acting with us. Yeah.
I'd say to always follow your dreams, and to also always support other people in following theirs.
Hey, again, there really is. I love the fact that, like, we invited one of you to the show, and it just kept snowballing into more and more and more and more. And I'd be in all these pre-calls, and they'd be like, "We got like 2 more." Like, every day there'd be more. So just the fact that y'all came out here to support what we're trying to do here, this is our 2nd year in Cape Town. Thank you so much for coming and being involved in this community as well. I think community, that's what this entire experience is about. Again, I enjoyed your show. It was so cool to see people that, I'd never seen before. Like, I can't think of anybody that could have played either of y'all's roles. Like, you owned those. So you are, anytime I think of these characters, I'm gonna think of you and not the cartoons. So, great job. Do me a favor, make some noise for your countrymen up here.